I'm wanting to do some upgrades to my homemade wood splitter here. Just a couple weeks ago, this thing was towable. I cut the wheels and stuff off because I wanted it to sit higher and I never have to move it anywhere. So I just had some scrap I-beams and stuff, and I raised this thing up and built this little hopper where the wood falls in here, so when I split it, I don't have to pick it up and then toss it in the conveyor. And this is working really good. But I broke off one of my 4-way wedges, so we need to weld that back on there. And I'm wanting to put a bigger engine on this, because this pump I got is actually supposed to have, I think, like an 8 or 9 horsepower engine, and this, I think, 6 or 6.5. And it's kind of easy to stall it out. So let's get this thing off here. I got another engine we'll go grab, and yeah, see if we can make this thing better. Alright. Still in okay shape? No, not really. Here's the engine I want to put on the wood splitter. So I bought this, it's water pump is what it is. I bought it at auction a few months back because it has this little, I think it's like a 10 horsepower Yanmar in it. Little air-cooled diesel engine, so I figure that would be better for my wood splitter. Bolts here that hold this thing on there. Oh, it's got bolts in there. Engine from the base. And just try and get this whole thing out of this little cage. Maybe that's a good idea. I don't really know. I don't guess it'll hurt this if I flip it up on its side. I mean, it's pretty heavy, so. That's one way to get that on. I really don't know. Maybe you just gotta, I think it's just stuck. No, there's definitely something down there holding it. Another one of them bolts. Like, how would you even get to that? Alright, so these here twist off. So I put a bar in against the flywheel and then took another bar, broke it loose, twisted this off. Now I gotta figure out what else holds this on here. Spring. There we go. Heck yeah. It's bigger than that. I really feel like that comes off. Oh, finally got it. Now this coupling, should go on there, like so. Well, this is convenient to do. I might as well change the oil in this thing. And I think it's got like a little screen filter thing right there, I'm pretty sure. That oil's got some water in it. Not a lot, but it's not black like it should be. Go find me a towel. Get that off. I got that drained out, cleaned the screen out. Didn't see no metal in it, but there was quite a bit of sludge in there. So I'll probably put a couple hours on it and then change this oil again just to be safe. This is 1030. I don't really know what it's supposed to have. Okay, I'm wanting to mess with the lighting. I'm wanting to smooth this shaft up. So the way I'm about to do this, probably not the safest thing in the world, but I got it strapped to the truck and a piece of sandpaper, so I think I can figure it out from there. Oh man. This might be interesting. Yeah, it's probably not the safest thing in the world to do, but look at how smooth that is. See, my coupler will fit now. Look at you there. Y'all are probably not going to like how I'm cutting the keyway in this. I don't have no like machining tools or anything, so it's getting a grinder is what it is. Let's get to it. Okay, well, I think for someone who is not a machinist and someone who used an angle grinder with a cutoff wheel to cut a keyway and cut the shaft off, I got that pretty real nice and square. I think that is acceptable. Then the keyway slides right in. Look at there, nice and tight. I think that's pretty good. So got this fixed up. Now, I guess we'll come back tomorrow and see what else we can get done on this thing, because I'm about out of time for today. Here's this engine side by side compared to this one. You can see it's significantly bigger. I think it's like 10 horsepower, which is probably a little overkill for that pump, and I mean, this coupling's nice and tight where I've done that with the grinder, but anyways, as you can see, there's a very clear difference height-wise on where that is. So I got to make a new plate, and the mounting holes are different. So I got to make a new mounting plate and lower that thing down. So let's measure this to see how much lower it needs to be. See if we can get this old coupler off of here. So it's, if you don't have these aligned right, you can see how that thing wore into itself. Yeah, so make sure you got them aligned pretty close. I think that's the right size. Let's see if it just slides off. Now hopefully I got the right one for the new one. Keyway. That's why you put anti-seize on that. Because if I wouldn't put that anti-seize on there, yeah, we probably would have destroyed the pump trying to get that off, but sweet. Alright, so this engine's got to be lower, so I'm going to cut where this humps up right here. I'm going to cut it off like right in there and around. I'm just using the torch, so that's what I got in the truck, so. We're going to set all this oil on fire. heavy sucker. Yeah, it's still got to go down quite a bit. I bought the wrong coupler for that shaft, so I got to go get a new one of those. All right, I got a new coupler. I got the right size this time. I don't want to put a crap ton of this stuff in here. Good idea to put this stuff on the set screw too. Because once these Allens get stripped out, they are a pain to get off. That one. This one has 2 set screws on it. Okay, I got creative with holding this up with a jack and bolted a piece of metal under there. So I got this lined up actually really good. But I should have mounted the plate, then marked the holes where the engine lined up instead of just marking it. Anyways, but I got the height and everything good, so I'm going to tack the plate on here, set the engine back off, and re-drill the holes to where that lines up nice and square. Top of this engine Where this air filter is, there's an old dry rotted gasket in there. And since it's dry rotted, I'm worried about water getting in there. So I got this little rubber mat. I'm just gonna put like right. Not sure when the camera decided to cut off, but got this thing mounted, even split a couple blocks of wood with it. And this thing does not bog down. Like the other engine, you could stall it out pretty easily, but this thing, it don't even bog down when it hits a log. So I don't really have much cut to split, but I got a block over there I demonstrated working. I checked the oil right after I ran it a minute. It looked like a milkshake. So somehow I got some water in there. I flushed it out 3 times, and now it's all clean, so should be good. Put a piece with a bunch of knots in it, and it don't even phase it. So that's pretty nice. So far I like it. Now I'm about done videos messing with this thing. The last thing I want to do, I don't know when I'll get to it, is I want to build me a little table here with a log lift, like right in this area. But all right, another day. Yeah, I got this log here. I think it's maybe some red oak or something, some kind of oak. But anyways, let's get it cut up and try out the wood splitter on it. Starts easy. So far, I really like it. This thing doesn't bog down at all. It actually runs, it don't stall out. So yeah. That's pretty much it. So I'm about done messing with this thing. If I keep messing with enough, eventually we'll get to that 90-100% efficiency, but it saves a lot of work having this. So anyways, guess I'll end this one here, and we'll see y'all in the next one.